Little River Ben Skinner.
Okay. That's not a... It's not,
Hey,
is that a question?
We're not in our own household right now. Where are we at?
We're at Harper Brothers General Merchandise Store.
This is Faith.
Hey guys.
Guys, you're watching RoseCraft Blades YouTube channel. I'm Andy.
I'm Swags.
And you are?
Faith.
Faith. We left Mercy and Peace at home.
Mm-hmm. Hope and love too.
Not a bit of chastity in the room.
No.
Oh my God.
Okay. We're going to talk about some traditional knives today. We're going to start off with talking about the Little River Ben Skinner, guys. The knives that we're going to show you today are my designs. We're going to talk to Faith a little bit about her favorite knives and that kind of stuff. If you don't know, Harper Brothers General
Merchandise Store is located in
You
Wears
almost screwed it
Valley.
up, too.
No, I didn't. You're just talking
She
too
was
much.
on it.
Anywho, it's located in now look what you done.
Where's Valley?
It's located in Wears Valley, Tennessee, just
That's
down the
absolutely
road
right.
from Maryville.
And they carry the entire line of RoseCraft blades. They are our sister store. So if you want to have one of these and hold them and put them in your hand, you can come here and check them all out.
And
Yeah.
you can also see a lot of other really cool stuff that they have here. Faith actually picks out everything in here. She decorates this place. It looks amazing. And it's not your general, it's not your normal general merchandise store. You don't have tie-dye shirts and stuff like that. You have some really cool, well, you have Starbucks, obviously.
Yeah,
But
we currently serve Starbucks, which is so cool. We call it a revamped general store. We did not want to do the knife with your name on it. Obviously, we wanted to carry something super quality, and it just so happened that we are now backed with a cool sister company that has those same qualities. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about this knife. I think that people in general are not as familiar these days with traditional slip joint knives.
no, and they should be.
And they should be, because this gives you a great, I can say gentleman's, but that's not really mean. It's almost a dress carry, right? So you're talking about a knife that you can carry in your pocket in a nice pair of slacks, put in your purse, do whatever you want with it, but it's just a knife.
It's a nice knife.
Yes.
Now,
Nice
I'll tell
knife.
you this. When I think about this knife, I think of all the hours I have spent opening and closing every single one that has come in. If you guys don't know, we are a small team, so it's normally
Us.
me or him, mostly me, that checks all the knives in when they come in, and we also check them again before they go out to make sure that you guys are getting the quality knives that you deserve.
Yeah, so we hand check every single one.
Yeah,
of
and
those.
it's a blast. I'm getting arthritis in my thumb.
Hold it up there and show them what it is. I'll run through the specs on this. In case you don't know, all of our traditional knives have D2 steel in the blades. They are a brushed satin finish. This one has a bit of a fake Scandi grind to it. It's an upswept blade. We have steel bolsters that are brushed as well. Steel liners, flip it forward and let them see that. The steel liners on this knife really set it apart from the other knives in the same price range. These are genuine bone handles on the covers there on the knife. So you're gonna get variations between knife to knife to knife, and I really love that. People love that. You have nickel silver pins and a nickel silver rosebud shield. So if you hold your knives that are traditional vertical, you're gonna see the rosebud in that shield, and that just goes along with the RoseCraft name. You're talking about a knife right there that is $42.99. You're talking about a knife that people have loved this knife so far.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
I think is ridiculous for the price. I mean, it is a gorgeous knife for the price.
We have had people tell us that this is slightly above the quality of some of the other knife brands that are very well known. So you're talking about a knife that is literally 3.9 inches closed. It is 6.875 inches overall, and it weighs about 3.3 ounces. So it's fairly light. This is probably one of my favorite designs, and it is a evolution of a design that I came up with. Originally, this knife started off life as a trapper, right? And I turned it into a bow trapper, which bowed the handle and gave a little beefier lines to it. And then I did the upswept bow trapper, which was an upswept blade on the end, and now we're to the Little River Ben Skinner. It gives you a little better handhold right here, a much beefier blade in the entirety of the blade, and
You mean you like an upswept blade, Andy?
yeah, shocking, right?
Shocking.
It's
So
hard
weird.
to believe.
Never heard of
Let's see
that.
if it
For
actually.
the-
What do you think about this?
It is gorgeous. It's so cool. So I am actually unfamiliar with a lot of traditional knives. So when I got started into the knife world, I picked up a modern. That was what I was drawn to. But this thing is dang awesome and gorgeous. And anytime we pull this out of the case to a customer, they're like, wow, that
Guys.
is heavy retention. Really nice quality. It's beautiful. I mean, like, look at that bone handle.
Yeah, we put a half stop in these to be a little bit more quality. So a half stop, and you can close it halfway and show them where that goes. So the half stop is going to stop right there. That is a finger protection mechanism. So basically, instead of accidentally closing down on your hands, it would stop halfway.
Well, hey, Tony Bo said if you close it on your hand, you were doing it wrong.
That's right.
And if he said so, that means it's true.
What do you think of this one?
I love it. Out of all of our traditionals, it's so hard to pick which one you like the best, you know, because if you guys don't know, this is literally your bread and butter. You've been making traditionals for quite some time, so obviously you know what you're doing, but I do love this one, especially because with it being the natural bone handle, and it does vary from like different knives, you get some really cool looking stuff on them. You know, sometimes you get an orange spot, and then I can't put that one out there.
That's right. We put it into the seconds batch. We do carry seconds in
We
these.
do.
So if they don't meet our first quality, we put them out as seconds at a discounted rate. Just know that if you do get one of them, there are no returns and refunds on
Right.
them at all. They're as is. They do function properly.
They do. That was what I was going to say. A second to us is it's just not first quality. So it might have like an orange spot on it. There might be a crack around the pin or something like that. But we're not going to give you a knife that doesn't work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not up to the quality that we want to sell our first at. Can I just say, how long have you been doing this now with knives?
So Savannah exposed me to some knives, I think in December of 21, I think. And I was like, I do not want anything to do with a knife. No thanks.
And now listen to you.
And then Savannah was like, what?
You have a favorite
How?
knife. Tell me
No.
what your favorite knife is.
This is my favorite knife.
It is
Actually,
a-
hold on. I have it in like every color. It's fine.
We also have some other knives, so she didn't want nothing to do with them.
So I'm seeing a
And then she
theme
pulled
here in
the
these
swags.
knives. Wait, is that one of the Dessert Warrior knives?
Yes.
Do I see a Blade HQ?
Yes.
Hey, Blade HQ, do you remember talking to me at SHOT Show?
That's right.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
mean,
Check
come
your
on, a
emails.
Dessert Warrior in a pocket
Wouldn't that be
monster?
so cool?
Yes.
Yes.
I would love
Oh
that.
my
And then,
gosh,
because
yes.
you literally are like making a collection here.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
Miss, I don't want anything to do with knives.
And then I decided, well, you know, I need the little unicorn tail thing to go on the end because I had seen these online and they had these really cool unicorn tails and I was like, I have to have one of those. See? So by gosh, I made one.
So
Who did your paracord wrap?
Me?
nice.
Good stuff.
Nice. Guys, if you don't know what a Dessert Warrior is, why don't you hold that right out to the camera and show them.
gotcha.
Blade HQ for years now, after a typo, they wanted a Desert Warrior knife.
Which I think is so funny.
And the typo made it a Dessert Warrior, so they just ran with it.
And it looks so cool. Blade HQ does some really like nice
Yeah,
stuff.
it looks like
you
a pink
know?
frosted donut with sprinkles on it.
It makes
which
me
is,
think of like the Simpsons donut.
Of course.
That's what it is.
But I also love a strawberry donut. Who does not love a strawberry donut?
This is true. I mean, that's a solid question.
Come on now. These are like all my colors.
Yeah, Faith got to go with us to Blade Show in Atlanta last year. We were very thankful that she went along and got to talk to all the folks. She is a great asset to have as part of our
I think
sister
she was
company.
super tired of us by the end of it, though.
No, I love you guys.
You
Why do you
hesitated.
No. I didn't really want to go, and then I got there and I was like, oh my gosh,
It's
this
crazy,
is so
right?
much fun.
We will be back
Yes.
again. That happens in the first week of June. If you're also going to Texas, March 17th and 18th, if you're
be
watching
there.
that video before then, we'll be there. We're on a corner booth number 504 at the Fort Worth Convention Center. That's March
How do you do
17th and
that?
18th.
You remember numbers in your head like the most wild.
Well, you have to
you've ever
understand that I have to make all the graphics and do all the marketing
get
and all of
that,
that stuff,
but-
so it just sinks right into the brain.
seen. You got like 76 numbers just off the top of your head at all times.
Let's talk about the Appalachian
Yes.
Jack. So
I love this one. This is one of my favorites.
You know, a lot of times when I'm trying to get inspired to do knives, I look in like some really old books that Slim likes to bring home and that kind of
Thank
stuff.
God for your wife.
For real, right?
She must make your life so much better.
We talked about this on a live, but this is the Appalachian Jack, guys. It is based on a pattern that is 100 years old. It's an IXL 1534 pattern. We switched up the blade from being a spear point to be a
Clip point.
Clip point, and that's a really sharp, pointy, lovely clip point on it. But this knife was made with a pry in the handle. It just really, really shocked me, and I found out from a lot of people that they're using this now as a screwdriver. It is integrated into the back spring. I don't know if you guys can see that there at home, but it goes the full length. So you're not going to damage your knife by using this as a pry or as that kind of thing. It's super slicey, and you know, good old Scab calls this the perfect knife. But I mean,
Yeah, so
Slice
stop
the
prying
end.
with your blade. Use the end of it.
So again, you're talking about D2 steel with a brushed satin finish, steel bolsters, steel liners, nickel silver pins, and the nickel silver rosebud shield. The pry is part of the back spring and steel liners. I love the steel liners. You're talking about a knife that is 4.4 inches closed, 7.7 inches overall, and it weighs in at just 3.3 ounces.
3.3 ounces.
Listen to you. Designed by yours truly, Andy Armstrong.
That's right.
Hey, I wonder if I can do the same thing with this that you can do with the bar. Come here.
No. I mean, Lord, I
It's
just
a
had
mover.
cramps before this.
You
I don't
deserve
know how
it.
to be in the middle of it.
I want to see if you can
I'm not gonna lie.
I want to see if you can cut paper. Can you cut paper?
I can probably cut paper, but I do want to plug this because so my mom has one of the donut knives and she handed my stepdad a knife and he used her donut knife as a pry tip. And I was like, oh,
Gotta go in with confidence. There you
Oh.
See, that was good.
was it?
go. Yeah, you're way better than mine.
Do you think we can get it sharper? Let's see. So, guys, if you've never used a leather strop, any piece of leather that you have, you can take it out. Like my wallet is actual leather. It's like 1,000,000 years old. But I'm just going to take it and I'm going to hold it at that angle and I'm going to smoothly go with the actual knife itself. And just back and forth a few times on this thing. And then let's see if it got sharper. It's
So
just
does
really
your
going to...
mom.
So she was like, you need to go get that RoseCraft knife that has the pry bar on the back of it.
Yeah.
Because you are not going to ruin my donut knife. No. And I was like, that's right, Mama Allison.
I
Get him.
love that. You know, a lot of people don't think women are into knives, but you just introduced us to like a good one or two, and we are all about it.
That's right.
I've got you. I've got your mama on knives. Now she likes the button locks a lot more because she has
Yes.
arthritis in her hands.
Yes.
She was a dental assistant.
She was a
right?
dental
hygienist.
hygienist for like 28 years. So
Yeah.
she has horrible arthritis. And we fell in love with Swag's front flipper. And Swag taught her this other thing that she can like flip. So now she can flip with every single finger. And I'm like, stop it.
How old is
stop
your mom?
it. She's 59.
Wow.
Yeah.
You better have that right. She will see this.
And that's the
But
thing I
she
say to
doesn't
people
look
all the
a
time,
day
and
over
we've tried to
30.
preach this for years. It is that you don't have to make a knife pink, you don't have to shrink it down, you don't have to do any of that to get women involved in knives.
No,
definitely
Just
not.
let them carry it, let them use it.
Yes.
Show them how much fun it is.
Right. It's the best fidget I think I've ever invested in my entire life.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I,
donuts are always about it though. Like you can win anybody with a donut
Look
knife.
at you go front.
I
Whoa.
flip this thing religiously up
I'm
and
so
down the
proud.
road.
You'll
Like,
have no idea.
So much so that Graham, my husband, is like, stop. We're literally driving. We're going to die. And I'm like, well, I'm going to have my knife out to cut my seatbelt off. So suck it up.
So how much is this knife? Do you remember?
$35.99.
Unbelievably $35.99.
Even I didn't think it was that.
Yeah, that is our least expensive traditional, and it has become a real hit. I've sold a whole bunch of those. We may have to reorder soon, so if you haven't gotten one of these, you probably want to get one.
You want to know one of my favorite things about our traditionals?
What's that?
Is our stamp on those. You did such a good job designing that stamp on the traditionals. I love the way it
See
looks.
if I can show it to them.
If
don't-
I
it's
get a
right here
little
on my
closer.
arm. It's on our arms.
It is. But
How cool is that?
So
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah,
You
it's,
did a really
you've
good job
got
on
the
that.
RoseCraft blades here with a rose growing out from the R's tail, and I don't know if many people noticed this, but there are 3 thorns.
Oh, for the
One for
three
William,
roses.
one for Harper, and one for Hawkins. 3
is
roses
that?
are in there. Yeah, so that's been hidden in there the whole time.
that's cool. I actually didn't know that either.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, I will say we are almost out of the more Mylea exclusives of the red and black.
Yeah.
I think there's like, what, 8 more?
Yeah, and they're
Guys, come get it because once they're gone, we are not doing it again.
Also, one of my favorites. I gave 2 away at Christmas, and they both came back to me and said, oh my gosh, I haven't set this knife down in 2 days.
What can I say, guys?
I mean,
She makes a great knife that fits right in the palm of your hand.
I had
She
a good
really,
teacher.
really does, and I love the way that palm swell works for that and the Mylea and the more Mylea. But yeah, we're like down to 7.
We're almost out of that. We're also almost out of our limited run of the Alentas.
Yes, and we're almost out of these too.
Yeah.
We're getting down to reorder time for the black pocket monsters.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting down to heavy black order time for the And the limited editional Lenta,
We won't do that one again.
it will not be like it is. It will not have that dual finish on it. It will have some kind of new blade. We have not fully decided what that will be
We'll
yet.
probably do some different colors too, but
I'm down to like 15 on those.
Those
Yeah.
have been a great seller for
they're
us at the
so
store too.
pretty. It's actually kind of exciting, you know, because I mean, we did just start this past blade show, and
Yeah.
we're already almost out of it because we got our stock in August.
We got our stock. The first knives went live to sell July 29th of 2022.
Yeah.
So to say that we're out of that stock is fantastic. We are, of course, looking, if you're a dealer out there and you're looking to sign up with us, Blade HQ, Knife Center.
Please, Blade HQ, we love you.
I'll make one of these for you. Anybody, our Blue Creek Knives has done a fantastic
Oh,
job.
yeah.
Brian at Blue Creek Knives, what he's doing with his business as a RoseCraft dealer, I might have to give him an award by the end of this year.
You know, we have done I think the one great thing about RoseCraft is that we really have made such great, strong connections with, you know, our audience and everyone who is buying knives. And we actually recognize a lot of y'all's names whenever you do like several orders. We're like, hey, he got another one, you know, and it's really exciting because we're kind of a small company that is,
Right.
we exploded and we're doing really good. It's a little nerve wracking, but it's really awesome.
Go on YouTube, look for, just search your RoseCraft blades on YouTube. You'll probably find some codes with our ambassadors sitting out there. I'm not going to drop any during this, but we have 6 or 7 ambassadors, including that one right there. If she'd ever make posts on her page.
I knew that one was coming.
Uh-oh.
Make sure you're following us on Facebook. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All those good things. We put things out there. Have you noticed she's like drifted back 20 feet?
Yeah,
from the
she
whole thing?
doesn't
I'm
really
sorry.
like us very much.
We-
No, I
sometimes.
do. There's just so
just-
much mean here.
We love you, Faith.
We love you. I love you guys.
On that note, we're going to get the heck out of here. Thanks for having us in the store today.
Of
We'll
course,
come back and do a
anytime.
bunch of these and when the new stuff starts coming in.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh, yeah. Should be soon. Anyway, you are.
Swags.
I'm Andy. That was Faith. We're going to get the heck out of here. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I was cramping up bad just a second ago.
That
Yeah,
was
you're
rough.
getting kind of old.
I'm telling you, it's the beard. The longer the beard, the tighter the muscles become.
Is it though?
No.
Okay.
Not at